Leave a like, leave a comment, follow your boy. Let's get right into it, man. Hey, man, I just got done watching episode 2 of Monarch Legacy of Monsters season 2. I'm not gonna lie, this episode was pretty solid. All right, you guys already know what we like to do here, man. We like to go through all the best moments, starting out with number 5. Hands down, gotta go to your girl Cate. We get a little bit of backstory about her, okay, about her husband. Now, you know, when her and Shaw was up there in the cave looking at all those hieroglyphics, all those monsters, she started to basically break it down and was saying like, man, look, I had a really good husband, all right? I had a good husband, but he died, all right? And he died right before my son was born. And the crazy thing about it is he was a doctor and he died of freaking cancer, right? And that's crazy. And you know, she's opening up a little bit more with Shaw, because you already know Shaw, look, Shaw be trying to, he try to mac, okay? He try to be pulling her or whatever, because we know low-key, he likes her, because I think they did kiss before, right? Back in season 1. You guys could, you know, remind me on that. But you know, she's even opening up about Billy. Okay, I ain't gonna lie, low-key, Billy is hella selfish. All right, because he be having all of them go through, follow his little myths. They be going through the end of Earth, all right, looking for whatever he looking for. And then the one time Keiko's like, man, look, let's post up, let's stay here, all right? I got something that I'm working on. I feel like something's going on here. And he's like, man, look, baby, I gotta get up out of here. So, you know, I thought it was kind of interesting. It was crazy. Moment number 4, hands down, gotta go to, yo, your girl Cate is blaming herself, and you know what, rightfully so. All right, you guys already know, I mean, her facial expression, she's moping around Monarch or whatever, she feeling down in the dumps, and your girl May was trying to at least, you know, I don't want to say kind of cheer her up, but was trying to at least relate with her of what's going on. She's like, man, look, did you call your mama? And she's like, nah, Monarch done let them know. They let my mom know what's going on. And she's like, so you still ain't call your mama, right? And Cate just like, man, look, man, it's all on me. It's my fault. And May's like, yo, what are you talking about? Like, we was all there with you, okay? Me, your daddy, I mean, everybody, okay? It ain't just you. You wasn't the only one who pushed the button, all right, man? Like, what you can't get that through your skull? And she went up out of there. And it's like, damn, like Cate was just on some like, damn, bro, like, so you just see like, it seems as if Cate is just so wrapped up in her own little world, you feel me, that she's not even like realizing, you know, everybody else's feelings. And I'm not gonna lie, it's been what, like 2 years since I saw season 1, but isn't her character is kind of like that back in season 1? You guys can remind me on that, but I don't know, crazy moment for real. Moment number 3, hands down, gotta go to, yo, the villagers is out here setting up Shaw and Keiko. All right, now I ain't gonna lie, the villagers, we already know right out the gate, they did not want them on this island. They're trying to protect, you know what I'm saying, at least the Titans, you know, the little small Titans and the big ass Titan X that we see later on in the episode. But you know, they have this little ritual, this crazy ass ritual. They dancing around, they going crazy. And I'm not gonna lie, it was really funny, because when that creepy Spanish dude poured up, I guess the alcohol or whatever that they was pouring up, and you know, Shaw kind of was like looking at him. And then when they toasted and then with the drinking, Shaw kind of like just took like a sip, because you already know, you gotta see if the guy that's pouring you the drink, if they're gonna drink it up first, all right? Because you don't know what it's laced with. And it turns out it was laced with something, because they went to hallucinating and looking all crazy and dizzy. And I'm not gonna lie, it was super funny. So they thinking the vibes is all good. It's some strange stuff going on. And at the end of the festival, the little village lady was like, man, look, I tried to warn you, I tried to tell y'all to leave, but guess what? You guys are straight cooked. and then at that moment, the vibrations that Keiko was feeling, like early in the episode when they was in the cave and she was feeling those vibrations, right? And she's like, yo, Shaw, you feel that again? And he's like, yo, I don't know what you talking about. And then it was a big ass vibration. He's like, okay, I see what you're talking about, right? And then you see all those small little crazy looking Titan baby things start rushing and bum rushing them. I'm not gonna lie, if I saw that, I'm getting the funk up out of that. They like, bro, let's get up out of here, let's run. And the crazy thing about it, they can't go nowhere, because as they approaching the docks to try to get on the boat, Titan X emerged. And I'm not gonna lie, that was such a beautiful shot. Shouts out to Apple TV, because they dropped a bag on this budget. Like, Titan X looks incredible, CGI looks fantastic. Moment number 2, hands down, gotta go to, yo, the little baby Titan is out here on the boat killing people. I'm not gonna lie, you guys ever play that game Alien Isolation? Yo, I was getting like Alien vibes, all right? Like, just like the guy that bumped into Cate earlier on, and then he's in that room by himself, and he hear the noise and he looking around, and then when he And when he look up at the ceiling, you freaking see the little baby Titan freaking attacks him. And it's like, oh snap. And then even then, like you just see it crawling on the walls. And it's like, if you look, it already done disappear. Like I was really getting alien vibes off of this freaking Titan. And then when it approached freaking Cate, and it was upside down on the ceiling. First she tried to run, but she's like, man, you know, I've been having a real pissed off day. So you know what, come get some, right? So it was funny because the little baby Titan was kind of like slowly approaching her, right? But then when when it realized that she couldn't get the fire extinguisher off, that's when that shit went to bull rushing her. He was like, yo, I want all the smoke. But I thought that was funny. Again, the little Titan was just on this boat wreaking havoc, and it was just a crazy moment for real. Moment number one, hands down, gotta go to, yo, we finally get to see Titan X, all right? Yo, again, I stated before, it was such a beautiful shot to see Titan X emerge from the water in the past back in 1957 when Keiko and Shaw was trying to run away from all the little baby ones, right? It was a beautiful shot. When it came and it was glowing red, it looked crazy. Again, when my boy Shaw in present day, you know, he was doing this thing, he was on that little speedboat and he wanted to freaking get Titan X away from the boat, from the Monarch boat, right? And I thought it was just beautiful because you get to see how large Titan X is. Even at the beginning of the episode, when I think it was like I want to say like a whale swimming, and then you saw like the shadow of Titan X, and it's like, bro, this Titan is freaking colossal. Okay, I mean, it looked bigger than Kong, it looked bigger than Godzilla, all right? This is a huge freaking Titan. And then when Shaw was freaking on the speedboat and trying to lure it away, and then when he freaking throw the little baby Titan up on there, it was crazy because when you saw it freaking emerge and it was screaming and roaring, I was like, yo, Shaw is cooked, this boy is gone. That scene actually remind me of, you guys seen Godzilla -1 when they was trying to outrun Godzilla and they was on the boat, and then you see Godzilla emerging from the water. Like, it gave me those type of vibes, you know what I mean? And again, what I love about Monarch is that they re-emphasize how big these Titans are. Like, again, the first two Godzilla movies in the MonsterVerse, I feel as if they did a really good job in that, of just seeing like how massive these creatures are. After that, you know, they went freaking off the rails, which I still love. You know, they taking like the Fast and Furious route, just the over the top nature. But those first two films, maybe even Kong Skull Island, they just show how big these Titans are. And I love that. We're getting a little bit more backstory about Titan X, which I think is pretty cool too. But again, this was a solid episode. Very solid episode. I'm enjoying it so far. I think it's better than season 1, and I know it's crazy to say we're only 2 episodes in, but I don't know, maybe I just missed the show, you know. But you guys let me know, what was you guys' favorite moment in tonight's episode. Thank you guys for always watching. I'm out.